So this is a response video to the question posed by the YouTuber Abide in the Word. I commented on his video asking this question about 2 weeks ago. I asked him if I could use his video in a response, and he never gave me permission. He never responded, so I'm not going to show his video, but I will give his credit of this is the question posed. Some stuff I removed, but this is the main focus. So this is him. I have a question challenging those of you who out there say you don't have to be baptized or water baptized. Did the Israelites have to be baptized in the Red Sea in order for them to be saved from the Egyptians? If they chose not to pass through the Red Sea, would they have been saved? And then he refers to 1 Corinthians 10, 1 Corinthians 10, which I will go to then after this. And he says, the cloud represents baptism of the Holy Spirit, and the sea, it's supposed to be the sea, represents the water baptism. And again, he poses, did they have to have both in order to be saved from the Egyptians? And then a simple yes or no question is posed. But it's not so simple as a yes or no, as we will see. So here we are, 1 Corinthians 10. It's mainly verses 1 and 2 he focuses on. So let's read them. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses, and in the cloud and in the sea. So what kind of baptism is he talking about here? And did water baptism even take place? And the answer to that question is no. They were not water baptized. As we all know, Moses parted the sea through the power of God. They actually spread the waters so that they could walk on land, dry land, to get to the other side to escape the Egyptians. But what the Israelites did do is what people did when Jesus was around and people were being baptized unto Jesus. They were proclaiming their trust and going to follow in his footsteps, to follow Jesus. And that's what the Israelites were doing here. They chose to follow Moses across the Red Sea to be saved. They were proclaiming and showing that they are going to follow Moses, literally. Because if they didn't follow Moses, then they would be dead or be caught by the Egyptians. So in one sense, a physical sense, they would not be saved from the Egyptians if they did not choose to follow Moses, who was following God's order. In a sense, they were baptized under Moses because they were showing that they were following him. Similar to people who are baptized today, they proclaim that they will follow Jesus. But I think a very important one is, even though he's asking, do you need to be water baptized? The Israelites were not even water baptized crossing the Red Sea. They were not washed at all. They were walking through the Red Sea. The only amazing part of it was that the waters parted. They did not have to swim through. So in that sense, no, they were not baptized with water. Taking 1 Corinthians 10 out of context to pose his question seems to be a reoccurring thing with Abide in the Word YouTuber. He takes things out of context to twist them into what he's trying to say, or for gotcha moments, but that's not really what's happening. Even in his own question and what he mentions of the Old Testament using this verse, again, they were not water baptized. They were baptized under Moses in the cloud and in the sea, but the water had nothing to do with it, as water did not touch them, so they were not water baptized, as he would ask. So no. So this is a yes and no answer. No, the Israelites would not have been saved if they didn't follow Moses across the Red Sea. But yes, they needed to cross the Red Sea and in the cloud to be saved from the Egyptians. So again, did they have to have both in order to be saved from the Egyptians? Yes, in a physical sense. They were escaping the Egyptians. But we are not saved because other people are chasing us. We need to be saved because of our own choices and that we live in sin. And no, they were not water baptized. They were following Moses, showing that they trust Moses, who trusts in God and doing what God commanded him to do. They were putting their trust in Moses. And very physically showing that they were proclaiming their trust in Moses by following him through the Red Sea.